Hey guys, this is going to be more of a direct video towards my Patreon members, so you guys can ignore if you're not a Patreon member. It's a direct answer to Zero. His question actually was, what was his question? When you take a long or short and you approach mid-channel or top or bottom of channel, how do you manage your trade? Do you actively watch it for an exit at one of those lines? How does that work? Great video, by the way. Okay, cool. So I'm going to use SPY in this example, right? Where I basically already have my channel set up, right? And I actually went back on the bar replay so we can check everything, right? First off, when you actually break to the upside on a channel, right? So we have an example here. We have a very good example right here, right? On the 4-hour, you actually broke to the upside. Let's give it, this is an example of when you break to the upside, entering a new channel, right? This is a new channel. You're breaking in this candle, right? You're breaking to the upside, right? So you're already bullish, right? You're already bullish. And the next candle that you have, you actually came down, retested, and you already closed above. So in this instance, right, you would actually take the long right here at 595, and you are looking to get out at mid channel, which is 597, right? Usually, what SPY does is it also depends on the actual ticker you're looking at, right? Because sometimes, some tickers like moving one full channel. They like moving two full channels, right? So in this case, right, we're using the example of SPY, and I built out these channels on the 4-hour, right? So it looks like recently, right, for SPY, moving up one full channel is a perfect, like, it has no issue doing that, right? So right now, you're entering a new channel, right? Ideally, what you would want to do is enter on the retest, right? So you pushed up, right? You came back down to retest, right? The bottom of channel, right? You would enter, and then you would take this the full ride up, right? Because that's what SPY likes doing, right? Especially on the 4-hour. Again, if you do this on the daily and the channels, you go from 590 to 595, and that's half a channel, that's usually your trade, right? So again, you would enter right there. Where's my long, all right? You would enter right here at the bottom of trend, right? Your stops would be, right? Your stops would be at the bottom of that candle, right? So again, you would take it right there. Ooh, there you go. You take it right here, right? You close above, and your stops would be right at that bottom, right? If we go down to the hour, right, then we can probably get an idea of where to actually run it. So again, your stops would actually be at the lowest recent low. Again, when you take this, right, you break above, right, you're going to come back down and retest, right? Your stops would be under the low. So under the low is this wick right here, right? I would set my lows or my stops like right under that, right? And the push, because SPY likes doing the full channel, the push would basically be all the way up, right? So right now, you're looking for this to go all the way up right there, right? So we go back to the 4-hour. We go back to the 4-hour, take this off, take this off. We hit play, right? We should see a continuous, there you go, right? There you go, immediately, right? You come up, right, close here. You would have longed here at 595. You would have gotten out immediately as soon as we touch. So that would have been around the 600 area, right? And then when you hit the top of channel, right, when you hit a brand new channel on the top side, there's like an 80% chance that you're going to reject, right? There's like an 80% chance that you're going to reject, and you're going to come right back down to retest this, and again, do the same thing over. Break new channel, retest, and then push up to that high. Right, so there's always that chance of that happening, and whenever you hit a top of channel, you have a very, very, very good chance of not breaking to the upside, but completely rejecting, right? And there you go, perfect. What do you see right there? You see the complete rejection to that mid channel, right? I would have actually taken this trade probably as soon as we hit this top of channel, right? Either that, or you could have actually taken it, right, as soon as you hit channel and you closed a bear candle under the bull open, right? So as soon as you hit this, right, you could have either taken it there and then maybe had your stops like a little bit higher, just somewhere up in this area, right? Or you could have waited. Usually what I like to do when I short is I like to wait for confirmation. And by confirmation, I mean, you like the bull open is 599.90. I would very much like for another hour candle to close under that 599.90 for me to take the short. Oh, guess what? What happened on this close here? 599.87, right? You closed under that 599.90, and guess what? I would have personally taken this short right here. Taking this short right there. You have a very easy, right, stop loss, which is at those highs right there of the candle. And your neck and your stop, right, or your actual exit would have been as soon as you hit the bottom of trend, which in this case was actually all the way over here, right there, right? Your exit would have been as soon as you hit this mid channel right there, right? And I don't really recommend taking longs or shorts at mid channel. I find, and again, that's 3-to-1. That's 3-to-1 RR. This one right here was probably like a like a 6-to-1 RR. So very huge, very nice RRs, right? Risk to reward. And again, from here, right? I don't really like doing much on the actual mid channel unless you keep doing something. I mean, we'll see where we go, right? I actually have no idea what this is gonna do. So this looks like it's going to keep pushing down, but it recovered, right? So look, again, you're just trading sideways, right? You're really just trading sideways. And again, see what happens? You came up, you retested again, right? And then you come all the way down. But guess what? You retested and you did not break. And guess what? You actually took this. You actually did you actually closed a bear close under, right, a bull open. So in my eyes, I'm like, well, you already retested twice. It doesn't want to break to the upside. I would have taken this short right here at 595 all the way down to 590. And I would have taken this all the way down immediately when I hit here, right? I would have actually taken profits, right? And I would have longed immediately as soon as we hit this 590. So we'll see where we go from now. That's what I would have done. I seen boom, immediately, right? I would have been stopped out, right? I like taking longs on these bottom of channels because like 90% of the time, you're always going to push to the upside, at least something, right? In this case, right? In this case, you didn't actually keep pushing. You immediately dropped, right? This is probably because of news or I don't know why. Maybe there's an earnings. But again, I would have personally been stopped out right here, right? Because you kept dropping to the low side, right? So I would have had my stops at like 589, this would have been an L for me, right? But I would have still taken that trade, right? Or I think I did take it and I took the L, right? Because I would have expected a bounce from here. So again, you had a super hard push down. My expectation, right? There you go. See, my expectation, right, is that once you actually have a super hard candle like this, chances are you keep going lower, right? And again, what happened here? You came all the way down, all the way back down, but you did not actually close, right? You didn't actually close under this. Right, I would have actually longed it right here. Right here at 586, I would have longed up to trend here, right? Why? Because you actually had a full drop like this. You had a super tiny like bear candle, and you actually had a 4-hour candle close above the open of this bear candle. So I would have this would have been my confirmation, right? When you see a big drop like this or a big push to the upside, right? Usually in those big pushes or long drops like this, I usually look for a nice, I don't think this is an engulfing candle, but I usually look for a bull open a bull close to close above the bear open, right? And I would have ridden this all the way up to 589, immediately gotten the hell out, and then just waited, right? Really, all I'm doing is just waiting, right? And then what happens here? Here, now you happen to have some actual bull pressure to the upside because guess what? You're entering a new channel. You pushed up to the upside, right? I would not have taken this trade up here because it's too little risk reward, right? If I would have taken this trade, I would have taken this right here at 590, right? Push to 592, right? So a $2 move is not enough for me, right? Unless I'm day trading or something, right? But again, here, right? You're still on an upward movement. You're in a new channel. And guess what? I'm pretty sure this is going to close. This bull candle is going to close right there. You go. See, this bull candle right here closed above, right? You dropped a little bit. You pushed above to mid entry, right? To mid channel. And you closed above this bear open, right? I would have taken longs here at 591 all the way up to 595. And right now we are in this current situation where you touch trend again and you're still not breaking to the upside, right? So as of right now, while I'm looking at this, it does look bearish, right? Everything right now looks bearish. Let me get rid of this stuff. We do look bearish, but again, what's happening on the hour, right? On the hour, which is actually the video that I just posted, you actually did what? Came back down, right? You're coming down a couple of times, and then you pushed up on the bull candle, right? You closed above this bear open, right? So I'm actually in longs right now towards this 59450. And guess what? You're actually pushing up, right, without actually coming all the way back down. So you're actually pushing above mid channel. You didn't actually retest, right? So if I get stopped out here, right, at under 59164, I fully expect us to keep dropping to 586, right? Fully expect us to keep dropping down here, right? But right now, because you did have a bull close above a bear open right here, right? Fully expecting us to push to 59439. If this does not break to the upside again, I'm fully expecting us to drop down to 586, possibly lower, because I think that's 3 times that we've already hit the top of trend and it doesn't want to break. So this time you have to absolutely break to the upside, or else you're going to have a really, really, really hard rejection, right? On the 24-hour, we are currently, we have a bullish entry on the 24 hours. So I'm definitely more biased towards the bull side, especially after this hour confirmation. As of right now, like I said, targeting 594, right? If we do break to the upside, obviously, since I'm holding longs from down here, I will be expecting I will be holding to like 598. But again, I hope this explains the video. If you're on the top of channel, right? Expect it to go down like 80% of the time. Bottom of channel, expect it to recover maybe like 90% of the time, right? When it comes to the bottom of channels, they usually bounce pretty hard. When it comes to the top, not really, right? I'd say 80%. And always try to do the shorts, right? After you've already hit, right? After you've already touched the top of trend and you've already had a confirmation on the bear close over the bull open again, right? See, bull, you opened up a candle here at 59443, right? On the bear side, you closed here, right, at 59362. I would have taken the short all the way down to mid channel, right? It wouldn't have actually gotten there. So I would have probably been, as soon as I saw this candle right to the upside, I would have cashed out. So I would have been in profit maybe like, I don't know, like $50, $100, depending on my lot size, right? I only would have been in profit from 593.59 to 593.30, right, on a short. So yeah, that's basically it. Anyways, it's kind of a long video, but I hope this explains everything a little bit more clearly to you, Zero. I'll post it up on the Patreon, and have a great day, bro. Bye-bye.